Hey everyone, I'm George Pappas, joined here by Phil Toon, Liam Pierce, and Emmett Dorval-Hall. How's everyone doing today?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good. Alright, here's our Case 1A question. Briefly describe how Harry and Belinda probably determined the fair market prices for each of their tangible and investment assets. Liam, take it away.
The answer for case 1A um, is that they probably researched the market value for each tangible asset via places like eBay, Craigslist, and Kelley Blue Books. And for their monetary assets and investment assets, they probably checked their account balances at that point in time. We got that answer by thinking about where you would sell your used items, and that's where we would research the market price, the fair market price for that item. And for the monetary and investment assets, that's just where you would check, depending on uh, where your accounts are, um, usually online or at your bank.
Our Case 1B question is, using the data from the cash flow statement developed by Harry and Belinda, calculate a liquidity ratio, asset to debt ratio, debt to income ratio, debt payments to disposable income ratio, and investment assets to total assets ratio. What do these ratios tell you about the Johnsons' financial situation? Should Harry and Belinda incur more debt, such as credit cards or a new car loan? And Emmett will answer some of these questions.
All right, so to find their liquidity ratio, you do liquid assets divided by the monthly expenses. And their liquid assets were 3,540 divided by their monthly expenses, 8,097.5. The ratio came out to be 0.437, and which means that their total liquid ratio is not good. The ideal ratio is between 3 and 6. The ratio isn't even at 1, so this means their liquid assets should be more than expenses. All right, to find the asset to debt ratio, you're going to do the total assets divided by the total debt, and the total debt is all your liabilities. So the numbers are for the total assets 21,515 divided by 12,835, and the ratio comes out to 1.67. The ratio provides a broad measure of one's financial liquidity. They have a ratio over 1, which means it's good. The higher, the better.
All right, next is your debt to income ratio. This is the annual debt repayments divided by your gross income. Your annual debt repayments are all your loans, like student loans, car loans, all of that, divided by your gross income. The annual debt repayment is 6,580 divided by the gross income, which is 47,100. The ratio comes out to be 13.97%. Their percent is really good. It should be below 36, and it should decline as they get older. The debt to income ratio compares amount spent on debt repayments to gross income. Next, we have our debt payments to disposable income ratio. This is your non-mortgage debt payments divided by your disposable income. Your non-mortgage debt payments are all your payments that are not mortgage. This number is 6,580 divided by your disposable income, which is all the money that you have to spend for non-essentials, which is 39,034. The ratio is 16.86%. The ratio is not that good. It is above 16%, which is problematic. The ideal percent is under 14. This ratio estimates funds available for debt payment. Lastly, we have our investment assets to total assets ratio. This is your investment assets divided by your total assets. The investment assets is 2,975 divided by the total assets, which is 21,515. The ratio comes out to be 13.83%. Because they are still getting their degrees, we all assume that they are still in their 20s, and for people that are in their 20s, the ratio should be above 10. So they are at a solid ratio. This ratio tells you how well one is advancing toward their financial goals. As you get older, the number should increase. The Case 1C question is, the Johnsons anticipate a deficit of $1,503 for the year. They do not want to use their savings, increase their income, or borrow to solve the problem. How could they reduce their budget estimates without drastically changing their lifestyles? And here's Phil with the final answer.
Without drastically changing their lifestyles, the Johnsons can either eat out half as much as planned or cut back on other certain items in smaller amounts. As you can see in our table, we just eliminated the non-essentials so we can reduce their budget.